Welcome back. This 9A, write a Python program to download all XKCD comics. Okay, just the program definition is like this. It requires a few, some amount of theory coverage. I'll do that. But before that, you will need a non-standard packages called request, OS, BS4, and JSON. Okay, the way to do it is you just need to say conda. Okay, install requests. Okay, you need to do like this. Any non-standard built-in modules when you want to install, also make sure you are in a proper environment over here, proper environment, and then let it run conda install requests. When you say conda, anaconda is a package manager. Okay, you can make use of pip or anaconda. So collecting, but I have already installed, it will say the same thing, but I just wanted to show you what you need to do before you run this program. Otherwise you'll get error, that particular package is not there. Okay, you can make use of pip or you can make use of anaconda. Let it run. So solving the environment, this will be a bit slow because it does a lot of operations behind the screen. So solving environment done. Next it should say already installed. Okay, so why do we need this request? This request we need for HTTP requests. Okay, whenever you want to do so. Okay, already requested packages installed. Okay, returning notices working done. Okay, so this request, you need to make sure before running this program you need to install conda. Sorry, anaconda will already be there. You need to install request. Okay, BS4 and JSON. Okay, we need them. And then also XKCD, this is the thing that they are asking us to do. So in under XKCD, particular images, you can fetch it like this. Okay, 1414, I'm just using some number. Okay, so when you say like this, you will get a images for that particular number. Okay, so we accept this input number, and then let's say you are interested in, let's do inspect of this. Okay, when you do inspect of this, I assume the basics of HTML, etc. to some extent. So this will be this is must for this assignment, otherwise this assignment will not make sense. So we pick a element whose name is comic. Okay, comic. Under that src, from there we fetch this. Okay, image xkcd.com slash comics slash writing skills.png. So this particular image is in this URL. Okay, and we fetch from this URL. Okay, so I think I made it clear. So this we do it using this this file over here. Okay, it's called beautiful soup. Okay, for parsing HTMLs we make use of beautiful soup. From with the help of beautiful soup we get this particular URL, and then we fetch the this particular image using this URL and store it locally. Okay, so that is a little bit hairy. Now the way we do it is, since the assignment is asking us to search from XKCD, we are constructing, we are creating a base URL xkcd.com. Okay, and locally we are checking if XKCD exists or not. If it is not existing, we make it. Okay, this is this directory I'm talking about. Already it has. Let's delete it. Okay, this XKCD is empty now. Sorry. Okay, this is empty. Like when we run it, we create this directory and then input the image number. Say for example 1414. Okay, I'm just using some number. So you append 1414 to this XKCD, like the way I showed earlier, and we print a message downloading an image. Okay, and then we send a HTTP request. Okay, request HTTP request to get this base URL, and then using beautiful soup BS4, like again this is extensively used in RPA, robotic process automation. You have that automate boring stuff or something like that book as a reference, right? So that in that book also you will see many examples of this sort. So this beautiful soup we make use of, and we parse it using HTML parser, and then like comic in that we take the element whose ID is comic under that image. Okay, why? Because we know from inspection under comic it is under comic under src will give us the URL, right? So here comic and image, okay, comic and image. So under ID we fetch this image. In this image we take src, okay, in this image we take src. Okay, get src. So this will give us a comic URL. Okay, you can also print this comic URL if you are interested. Once you print the if you don't print also, this URL will point to this one. This URL will point to this whole thing from this to this here. Okay, once it points to that, what you do is you send a HTTP request again. Okay, and then in the image file, right, whatever is the last value here. So in this case, writing skills is the last thing, right? Writing skills.png. So this comic URL base name will have that value, and xkcd will give this directory. In this directory we create a file locally with that name, this name, writing skills. Okay, we create a directory, and then we have a since this image file will not come as an image file, it will come as a chunk of bytes, right? So we do data chunk res iter count. Okay, image file is this whole thing here. We write this chunk of data that we already have. So I'm sorry. So this image file gets written over here. So the chunk of data, what is this image file? Image file internally is chunk of bytes only. So image file data chunk will write this image file here, and then we close the image file and we say where it is downloaded. So if I'll explain this part one thing. So here we create a request with comic URL, and then we create an image file, and in the image file we write the chunk of data as it is from the response, JSON response. Okay, so I'll not get into the details of like what is a request, what is a response. See, all the things in internet is done using HTTP most of the time. So hypertext transfer protocol, you send a request using HTTP, you get the response back using HTTP, and that is in JSON format. And then from that response you extract the data and you write it here. Now I'll demonstrate the thing here. Let me run the program. It will ask me for a number. Okay, I'll enter the same number 1414. So it took the writing skills, and see here it is available here. Let me run it again. This time I'll give some other number. Let me say 1234, any number you are interested in. 1234. Kindly observe here, there is a writing skill only. Now I'll just say 1234. Douglas Elbert, and it has written over here. So that is this program. It is again a demonstration of RPA kind of activity, robotic process automation kind of activity. Robotic process automation is nothing to do with robotics. Please remember that. Okay. So RPA meaning you just automate the repetitive tasks in RPA. Okay. So this is written over here. So this is this. Okay. So I think I explained it. Let's go to our next program in the next video. Thank you.